We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They find some open field here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with their own. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
He'll get it up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Here's Mixon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling
An
it.
8-yard return there after a punt. Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Dalton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. Green with a catch left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to go for a big play. Wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 71 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 10-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Dumps off to Powell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Gone!
They go play action here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and now it's 2nd down. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation. When I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very excited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell taking it in. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
368!
Dalton here from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man, Boyd. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half begins with a run by Crowell. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he works converts it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But there's almost no doubt about the play call there on 3rd down and long. You figure they're going to throw the football. I've got to give a little credit to the offense for taking a little bit of a chance there, running the draw, hoping to catch them off guard, but the defense was ready.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch it now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. He drops it off for Bernard. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try to push the pile. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19!
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Curse. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Off of play action, Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's a give to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Big spot. Andy Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now the Bengals on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Dalton gives to Bernard. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. And he's got a moonwalk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Shows signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kurz with time running out. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now it's Darnold. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
368. 368. There you go, 368.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed to win, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.